Hello and welcome back to the final episode of this glorious Let's Play of Stranglehold. Last time, Inspector Tequila's daughter kinda got kidnapped again. And he went after her in a great car chase. So, let's see how that ended. Well, there she is. Where's Tequila? Oh, there he is. Oh fuck. And they throw you right the fuck in. And as I promised, crotch shots for everyone! But since this is the final level, this is the estate of the father of Inspector Tequila's wife. So, since he is this great drug baron, he has a ginormous freaking estate, including an absurd amount of outhouses apparently, stuffed with weapons, and of course a lot of goons. But at least here they make sense, as opposed to the museum, where they just appeared out of freaking nowhere. And you'll notice that there's so many dudes. All of them will have the heavy machine guns. A lot of them have SMGs, dual wielding, mind you, just like you can. And we'll soon be introduced to a new enemy type, only for this level. And there he is, the ninja, I suppose? He throws knives at you. A lot of knives at once, as you saw. And the only way for you to stop them is shoot the knives out of the air. So, I hope you have enough bullet or tequila time left over. Because they're tough as shit, and they only really go down properly with headshots, just like all of the later enemies in the game. The rest of the goons are just normal goons. Thankfully, they don't throw at us anything that's armored. That would be a bit absurd. And of course, grenades, which are still fairly useless. As soon as you get the heavy machine gun in this level, everything becomes a lot easier. But as you can see, these guys are very tough to kill, mostly because they just keep throwing knives that block your bullets. Huh, I finally killed somebody with grenades. That was amazing. Heavy machine gun. Fuck yeah. One bullet per enemy. That's all it takes. And of course there's the rocket launcher on the table. Remember what happened with the shotgun when we used barrage? Well, this is what happens when you use it with a rocket launcher. I thought it would have the same fire speed as the shotgun, but I guess they decided, no, that is a little bit too powerful. But hey, at least, you know, they didn't just have you fire machine gun rockets. Who knows? Maybe they would have made the weapon a bit too powerful, because, you know, heavy machine gun doesn't kill people in one shot. This is probably the highest combo I have ever gotten in this game, because there's just so many enemies around, and your combo counter doesn't reset that fast, thankfully. So I could just get tons and tons of chain kills. I think I get it to a little bit over 50. And yes, all of the enemies here, heavy machine guns. So you are not gonna run out of ammo, and there's no reason to use any weapon aside from this. That's not your fist, of course, because, hey, your fist is, you know, you're the freaking Hulk. And barrage with a heavy machine gun. No increased fire rate, but hey, infinite ammo. And of course, once we clear this, no, we can't just walk inside. That'd be a bit too easy. No, they throw a chopper at us. This one doesn't have a guy hanging out the side of it with a rocket launcher, which would be easier. No, it has a minigun. This minigun shoots the same bullets as the heavy machine gun does, but a little bit faster, as you can see there. If it strafes you, you die. You die horrifically and painfully. So I guess what they intended was for you to run around and gather all the rocket launchers in the different houses-ish things out here and then shoot the chopper to death. And I do that for a little while, but there's a much easier way to do this. And I do it more out of desperation than trying to find it. First of all, golden guns, fuck yes. But my point being, I actually just can't find another rocket launcher, so I decided, well, this game is kind of weird, maybe I can hurt it with bullets. And guess what? You can, and they do a lot of damage. All the rockets it shoots at you, you can shoot them down. Just like the turret section on the ships, you can very much just shoot down these rockets. They're a non-issue. What you want to do is not hold down the trigger for too long, because this weapon becomes inaccurate extremely quickly. And apparently he can't shoot you when you're on the ground, which is a great thing to know. There's so much ammo, there's no way for you to run out. It's just impossible. And if you notice that his health doesn't actually go all the way down before it actually just crashes. I don't know if that's designed or not, or if it was just a bug. But apparently this was the only way to get the door open, which, considering the rest of the stuff that's happened in this game, is not the weirdest thing. And of course, this guy has a bit of an issue with grandeur, and 2 gun safes right in his entrance hall. I don't know. But it only has assault rifles and SMGs, and considering you have golden guns and the heavy machine gun, I think I'm good for this part. There's some more grenades, but I'm already full. Because I barely use the damn things, as I've said before, they're freaking terrible. You would think this room is a perfect arena, because it's, you know, giant, there's cover, and there's a lot of doors. It really isn't. I mean, there's a few guys that come out here and there, but this is just a glorified loading screen, I suppose, because it's fairly short. As you can see, the heavy machine gun is accurate enough to kill everyone at range with like 2 bullets. Per person, of course. But at this point I'm confused, because I have no idea if I'm supposed to be waiting for more enemies to spawn or what. But no, that was it. This room was just there to, you know, piss you off. And this here, that we're about to enter, is the last room in the game. And hey, more golden gun ammo. A Jade Dragon. Must have cost a fortune.
Now this is truly operatic. There you stand, wanting my death, only our flesh and blood keeping your finger from the trigger, and my heart beating a little longer.
Let her go, old man.
I wish I could, but can I? This is tragic. Families destroyed, clans and empires shaken to rubble.
Got no one to blame but yourself.
Perhaps. We can end it right here, you know. Right now.
Oh, I will.
Not like that. Like civilized beings. Like family. There's been too much blood already. I don't want yours or hers. You take her away. You and Tico leave Hong Kong forever, and all will be forgotten. And forgiven. I'll put this house in order. Sweep the blood from the streets and mend the fences. I've bought my peace before. I'll do it again. But I need you gone. Forever.
Are you actually seriously asking me to make a deal with you?
For your daughter's life, I'd say you have no real choice.
Well, yes, the most trustworthy man in existence.
Let her go. You have my word.
And you have mine. For what it's worth.
Dramatic. And he lets her go.
Don't! It's a trap!
No shit!
Tico, get down!
Immune to pain. Run away! So, welcome to the last room and essentially the last boss fight of the entire game. This standoff is slightly different than the ones we've had before. It functions the same, but you saw we only had about 5-6 dudes shooting at us, right? Well, they keep adding more guys. And we keep spinning around. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? But yes, this was the weird thing. As I was saying, however, this is the final boss fight, and soon the health bars will come up. There we go. It's the same idea as the last several boss fights. Dude is on the second floor. You can't actually go and shoot him directly. You have to deal with goons while taking pot shots at him. And as you can see, there are two bosses at the same time. Depang and Wong. However, only Wong is really fighting you at the moment, because he has a sniper rifle in extremely close range.
I shoot intruders here.
You know, highly effective.
Bring me this cop's head.
He has the exact same attacks as the Russian dude in the museum. Exact same thing. Exact same function. And here we go, Barrage with golden guns. Look at how much damage they do to a boss. And that is essentially the whole idea of this boss fight. Shoot the dude on this floor after you fight off a wave of goons. He keeps switching from left to right on the little balconies, and sometimes stands in the center, and that's about it. The only thing you have to worry about is being swarmed by goons because they keep spawning. I think they're endless in this part of the level. But there's plenty of ammo. There's actually a locker just with golden guns, so they really want you to use those. There's medkits everywhere, so yeah, you're not gonna run out of ammo or health if you're careful. Ow. Golden guns extremely powerful, and considering there's enough ammo here, I really don't have to wait to use them.
I should have killed you 18 years ago.
These guns are extremely accurate, so even at long range, you can easily pelt him. He has a short immunity while he's running around, but he's not completely immune, so that's good. Let's kill these dudes with style. And this is the final tequila bomb with golden guns. I always wanted to get one off, just I don't think I've ever found it worthy to either use the golden guns or that. But here is why I said that the shotgun with barrage is the most powerful weapon in the game. Yes, it allowed me to clear out whole levels before, but watch this. You thought the cheese with the barrage and the assault rifles was bad against bosses? Yeah. Watch in awe as I stun lock and pump his face full of lead without taking any damage. And that was that. He's actually extremely dangerous if you let him shoot you because he has 2 shotguns, dual wielding. And he will essentially one-shot you if you're not careful.
You won't solve anything by killing me. It runs too deep. My hatred.
No, it really doesn't. You are kind of the root of all his problems. When he kills you, shit's gonna be fine.
Figured I'd have to finish it myself. I've got you now.
No. And of course, more barraging into his face with the golden guns. But I kind of run out of ammo for them. And I have no idea why he doesn't take that shot. I guess he just didn't want to kill me properly. And I just decide to punch them all to death. Hey, it's an effective tactic, why the hell not? Sniping him does some damage, but not exactly enough to warrant the use of the tequila bomb meter.
Taking out your frustrations on my core.
And I actually managed to get punched, and you see that it does a lot of damage to me as well. That is why the guys with the hatchets were so extremely dangerous in the last level. Really? You shoot intruders here? I would have never noticed.
Wait to be risen. You're cold, you've ruined everything.
And another barrage, but watch the amount of damage that these do compared to the golden guns before that. Yeah. They barely scratch him. Punching, always effective. I are good with grenade. It's a miracle I didn't kill it myself. But hey, I decide to try and finish him off with grenades. And here are my pathetic attempts to try and angle them so they hit him in the face. But it is a bloody nightmare. There I finally managed to hit him once. And just pew pew. And watch this. You just shot him in the face with grenades and SMGs. At this point, it's like, huh, where's the guy with the sniper rifle? Huh? What did you think was gonna happen? You just pushed him over a railing. Duh.
Tico.
Engage teleport. Keep in mind, she has never met him before.
It's okay. It's over.
She has seen him on photos.
What about you?
Good or bad?
She never stopped loving you. So, good things.
Yeah.
Good things.
Watch this. Hi, I'm the police.
My God. The paperwork is going to take a year.
A year. No.
I'm tired of carrying this thing around for you.
Yeah. You destroyed everything, but, you know, here's your badge back. You caused untold millions of damages, but what the hell? Here, have your badge. And that was the last level. Not much to destroy, so only 2.6 million in damages. However, through the entire game, we caused $125 million worth of damage. And the reward for this? Our badge back. What else? And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Stranglehold. A fairly enjoyable experience, but unfortunately with some fairly repetitive areas. All the arenas were pretty boring, the enemy variety was not exactly great, but the cinematic feel was amazing. The gunplay felt alright for a game like this, but the whole atmosphere was just really, really great. So, altogether as a game, it was alright. The gameplay was good. It certainly wasn't bad. There were many, many worse games than this. But there were also many, many games that were much better than this. What really made the game was the atmosphere, the absurd voice acting, which, I mean, I don't know why they gave half the police force extremely American voices, and also why they kind of just gave some of the gangsters some absurdly American voices too. Like, we had the Russian guy with a, you know, fake Russian accent, but at least he was Russian. And then we had Young Yi, the other drug baron that got horrifically shot in the last level. That was extremely American. I have no idea why they did that. But, all things considered, the game was extremely enjoyable, and I hope you enjoyed going through it with me. So, until next time, take care.